This is Male Rights Activist episode 36, where we focus on relationships, sports, and pop culture from a managed point of view. Kamal's over there getting down. Me jamming. First of all, we want to thank our listeners, each and every one of you. Thank you for hanging with the fellas. You jamming, Kamal?
What up? Yes, I am.
On today's show, Kodak Black, man. We're going to get into that, man. Was it disrespectful what he said about Lauren London?
Come on, bro.
Omari Hardwick goes in for that second kiss.
Chill, man. It wasn't that bad.
And a Dear Irby writer is facing the ultimate ultimatum. All that and more right now. This is the MRA Podcast with Kyle and Kamal. I am Kyle.
I am Kamal.
We're saving relationships one listener at a time. But first, but wait, we do this first. Got some feedback. There's a young lady that's not happy.
Ooh, we have some feedback.
Yeah, got some hate. This is from Jill in Glendale, Arizona. You talk to an exhausting level about how it is always the woman's job to keep her husband, regardless of whatever disgusting acts he does, from being a horrible parental partner to cheating on the woman he vowed sexual solidarity towards. I'm at my wit's end with this show. You say relationships one listener at a time. I literally just said that. This is your chance to save one listener from muting you permanently. Please share what a man can do to keep his wife happy. Or should she just be happy that he decides to grace her with his presence when he comes to the home they share? Ugh, I need a bath. Come out. What can a man do to make a woman happy? Go ahead.
Well, go ahead. I mean, there's a lot of things.
Yeah, right.
There's a lot of things. It's just that sometimes what a man does to make a woman happy is not always what the woman envisions.
That fighting against her vision is tough. So
right.
But let me before we get sidetracked, because we almost got back on the women, let's talk to the men.
Yeah.
Flowers help. Listening without arguing back. That's one of my weaknesses. You're supposed to just listen and tell them what you heard instead of, because sometimes they just want to express themselves, right?
Yeah.
And so a lot of times they're what feels like nagging and bitching to us is them just talking it out. And so just listen, share what you heard, and let her know that she's been heard. What else can a man do? What does she says? What can a man do to keep his wife or lady happy? I can't find it.
Well, the thing about it is, you talk about this all the time, that your opinion, my opinion as well.
Yeah.
So I can say the MRA official opinion. Probably.
There it is.
And that a woman wants stability, right?
Yeah.
She wants security. So being a stable provider, making sure that your wife and family are secure.
Nice.
A lot of these things, I think that gets taken for granted, and it's coming from a dude who currently isn't working right now. But I
violating rule number one.
Yeah, exactly. You know, we talked about oh man, who said something? I think D.L. Hughley was talking about that. You quoted D.L. In the past about a man supposed to be the provider and taking care of his business and all of that stuff. So I think that a lot of people in general, when the man is doing the security and the providing, I think they take that for granted and and maybe that's a given.
Yes.
And so what else can you do to make me happy?
Well, it's so I'm so tempted to get into back on the women, because a lot of their problems come from their mind. They come from their jealousy, their insecurity. They're looking at other papers. The things that are going on in their head is their biggest problem. But for the men, before we get started, before we get to what we want to talk about today, for the fellas, what can you do to keep his wife happy? You can't really keep anybody happy. If she's miserable, you're in trouble anyway, because she's a miserable person and she's always going to find negativity.
And vice versa.
Yeah.
If he's a miserable dude.
Yeah. But what can he do? Do your job. Protect, provide, listen, love. Your wife needs to be loved. So do the things that make her feel loved. Take her for a walk. And I'm not trying to say comparing her to a dog. I'm saying take her for a walk.
Spend the quality time.
make time.
Make time. Also, what I'm finding out, and I've probably always known this because of how my father treats my mother, that just showing, even voicing the appreciation. I have a hard time. I have a hard time with that, just in general, with people just showing the gratitude.
That made me think of a head coach, right, or a CEO.
Right.
I want to be that kind of boss, and I did call it the boss, that makes sure that workers understand that they're appreciated.
Yeah.
No matter what, you're doing a good job with these things, and leave that there. So that is a huge one, Kamal. Make sure, my cousin Kevin always comes to mind. He could be a hard ass. I used to call him Coach Schottenheimer. And so I'm talking to you because I know you listen, Kevin. Show more appreciation because he comes to mind. He's a hard motherfucker, but
yeah,
show the because he's like you, man. Why should I?
Yeah, and honestly, it's
I don't know if he's gotten better, so my bad if I'm shitting on you, cousin. But when he said appreciation, I thought of you, dog.
Yeah, and it's just honestly, man, it's something that I lack. You know, I guess because I've had like tough coaches and though I don't know if it was the way I was raised because I see my father, the way he treats my mother.
Yes.
So I saw that growing up.
But
it just, I don't know, man. It's just
did he make it look too easy? Maybe there's a disconnect with
I think my mom made it look too difficult. So so it was like while mom was doing a bunch of stuff, and so it's like, well, that you do that's how you get.
Did she set the bar too high?
I think she set the bar a little too high.
Makes sense. Okay.
And I'm not saying that
yeah, she set the bar.
She didn't set the bar too high, but that was my perception.
She set the bar too high. I know your mom. She set the bar very high, and it's hard. She's a hard act to follow, and so she's not standard. That's for sure.
But probably, if someone achieved mom status, in my opinion, I probably still
you wouldn't even appreciate it.
Right.
So, fellas, what can you do? And this is for what's her name, Jill in Glendale, Arizona. What can you do to keep your wife happy? Show appreciation more. Make time for her. Don't give her all your time, man, because you still got to hustle. You still got to get your money. But don't ever remember. And don't kiss her ass either, man, because sometimes, man, they'll test you to see if you have a backbone. You know, I've heard women tell me, like, don't let me run all over you because I will. Right. And so that actually will keep. So women, believe it or not, they're happy when you, like my daughter, for instance. If I check her, oh my God, all of a sudden she's the nicest. She's the nicest person. It's a similar thing of like, don't let them run all over you because they'll start to feel that they can't trust you if you do let them run over. So have a backbone. Make sure you're protecting. Make sure you're providing. If you're not providing, you're making an effort to provide. You're not just sitting down saying she got it, and show appreciation. And listen, Jill, hope that's what you wanted to hear. If not, I don't know what to tell you. Hey guys, I want to take this time to ask you to subscribe to The World According to Cheryl. That is Cheryl Underwood's podcast. It's hilarious, and I'm on it. We did not get to Nipsey.
No.
No, we haven't gotten Nipsey Hussle, legendary West Coast rapper, underground, stayed underground for a while.
Yeah.
He was one of them dudes that I used to hear about him from teaching. You know, I would hear him from my hip hop head friends, and then I would hear about him from the students. They would talk about him.
I know about him.
Yeah.
I know his work that he's done in the community. I've gone to his store a few times. I've bought things out of there. One of my former students, I think, manages the Marathon, the store. I couldn't tell you a Nipsey Hussle song. Don't even know what the man sounds like as a rapper. I can't hear, oh, that's on the feature. Oh, that's Nipsey.
Yeah.
Couldn't tell you.
I'll play something for you.
Last time that I checked, it was 5 chains on my neck. It was no smut on my rap. Last time that I checked, I was selling songs in the set. Make $250,000, no sweat.
Nipsey's nice, man. I try to keep my ear to the street with the young bucks. Like, I have some YG, And I got some Nipsey. I like Nipsey better because YG seems like he's just a little more more of the young knucklehead type. He's still kind of glorifying the lifestyle, whereas Nipsey is more like, that's what I used to do. Let's move forward.
Okay.
So I appreciate Nipsey stuff, man, and it's good, man. But Kodak Black. Did you see the video, by the way, with Kodak Black?
I didn't see the video. I saw the responses.
Okay, hold on.
My nigga, that's the impact.
Lauren London, that baby though, she finna be out here single. She finna be a whole widow out here. I'd be the best man I could be, fuck. I'd give her a whole year. She might need a whole year to be crying and shit. But dude, though, I ain't trying to shoot at her. I'm saying, listen, look. No, she could do 2-3 years, but I just try to be I try to be like, if you need a friend to holler or shoulder lean on, you can call my line.
So that was Kodak Black talking about Lauren London. How'd you like that Nipsey though?
Yeah, wasn't bad, man.
Yeah.
Wasn't bad, yeah. It's like one of those, and he's not a young guy. He was 33, but,
Yeah, young guy though.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did.
Some of them young guys I can,
Yeah.
one of those young guys I guess I listen to. I can listen to that.
Yeah, it's nice. That Kodak Black just went off though. Kodak Black talking about Lauren London. She that baby though. She that baby. She about to be a whole widow out there.
Yeah, it's a tough situation because prior to her being involved with Nipsey and before that, Wayne.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Lil
Wayne. Yeah. Everybody was like, "Oh, Lauren London's bad." So when she links up with them, I guess you just gotta like zip it.
I guess that's what they want.
Yeah, you have to zip it up. I mean, it was similar when Dwayne Wade got mad at Jimmy Butler for like commenting on his wife when she posted like a bikini pic. And he's basically, I get what Kodak Black is saying, man. That's been his, somebody he was
looking at.
Nunu.
Yeah,
from way back.
Yeah.
From probably his childhood. And,
she's in the movie ATL.
Right.
Atlanta or whatever.
Yeah.
He's from Atlanta or whatever.
Exactly. And unfortunately, her dude has passed on, who was beloved by a lot of people.
Yes.
And he's like, man, let her mourn a year, 5 years, whatever. But I want to eventually.
I want to be next.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So as a fan of her, that's what he's talking about. As a fan, as a childhood crush.
Yes.
But he's speaking on it from speaking on it. It's coming from a rapper.
Yes.
And he's violating the code in that fraternity.
Yes.
And everybody is like, homie, you've gone too far.
Why are you? Well, the problem is it's an Instagram Live where it happened.
Yeah.
This is a private conversation. This is a private conversation that to me is absolutely hilarious because I could understand a man saying, yo, dog, how long? I want her.
Yeah.
How long I got to wait to holler?
Right.
How long? So I'm not throwing the flag, and I'm definitely not throwing the flag because everybody's mad. I'm not getting into the public outrage thing. I'm not going to throw the flag on it because it's not like he made a video in the camera like, hey y'all, Lauren, I'm gonna give you a year and then I'm gonna come scoop you up. But the timing is bad, bro. But the thing I don't like about it. It was his Instagram Live, so it's like, dog, why are you recording this and why are you letting this go out? Not that he had time to edit it because it was live, but it was a private conversation. This is something I would not want to see you have or me, or I wouldn't want to see Kyle Irby, myself have, or my buddies have, or my sons have, or anybody, my dad. Yeah. Like, what are you doing?
Yeah, it's disrespectful.
Yes.
But he's coming at it from like a childhood crush. Because in order for him to have a shot with Lauren London, her dude had to die. So it's almost like he's celebrating.
It does sound like that.
He's celebrating Nipsey's death.
Well, it seems like he's downgrading. He's disrespecting it.
Yeah.
He's not mourning. The hip hop world is mourning.
Right.
And he's already being a vulture, scavenger, circling around.
I don't give a damn about that.
Yeah. Fuck all that.
Yeah.
But, hey,
what's
man,
up? What's up? Yeah, you available now.
You're not wearing them shoes no more. Can I get those shoes?
Right.
You're peeling through the wreckage of his life.
Right.
And that's what's disrespectful.
That's exactly. I guess, again, just being a rapper, that is a fraternity. It's like being like, if you're an NBA player, it's a fraternity.
I see what you're saying. The thing that bothers me right now, Kamel, is the other people is the outrage, right? Because he responded to it. He was like, yo, man, I want to apologize to her if I disrespected you, which is a weak apology. But then he was like, yo, but these other cats, man, y'all need to back up off of me. I'm not that dude. But it leads us to this next topic. When we come back, Omari Hardwick is under fire for giving a kiss to Beyonce. We'll talk about that when we get right back. Can I have your attention, please? We are trying to start a movement. You heard that right. We're starting a movement. We're doing something different here at the MRA Podcast. We vibing with y'all. You know what I'm saying, fellas? You know what I'm saying, ladies? It ain't just fellas that listen to the show. Matter of fact, it's a majority women, but it's all good. I know you know somebody that fits with what we trying to do over here. So all we need you to do is send it to them. Tell a friend. You know what I'm saying? That somebody know how we get down here at the MRA show. It's really called the podcast, but I just wanted to rhyme no and show. Omari Hardwick saw Beyonce, I think it was at the NAACP Image Awards.
Yeah.
Is that the awards we went to for History of the
We
Black
went
Man?
to the theater awards.
Oh, we weren't at those. Huh?
Nah.
Okay, we were at the JV version.
Yeah, we were at the JV
Okay.
version.
Anyway, shout out to History of the Black Man, written and directed by Kamal Abdul-Jabbar, and we got nominated for an NAACP Image Award. No,
Theater award.
I keep trying to
It's
make
all
it.
good, man. It's all
Keep
good.
trying. All right, anyway, so the Image Awards came out, and at the awards, what's his name? Omari Hardwick, actor, well-known actor, respected
Ghost.
actor. Yeah,
That's Ghost.
Yeah. He went in for a hug on Beyonce and gave her a kiss on the cheek. Hugged her, gave her a kiss on the cheek, and then gave her a second one. Now, there's a look on Beyonce's face like she's thinking about something. I can't tell that she felt violated. It didn't appear that she felt violated. But the people were upset. Some of the fan reactions. Women are tired of it. Second kiss was unnecessary and uncomfortable. Don't do that again. We women so often get touched, kissed, groped, and poked in instances like this at an event, at work, etc. All caps, we don't like it. It's time to no longer let these moments of discomfort slide, which is very much like what Joe Biden is in trouble for. And next one saying a respectable handshake would have worked just fine from Omari Hardwick. Women don't need to be grabbed, hugged, and kissed unless it's your wife, girlfriend, or both. No, I'm sorry. What do you think, bro?
I've looked at it, man. I didn't think it was that bad. He came, gave her a kiss on the cheek when he greeted her. They exchanged a few pleasantries.
Yes.
And then gave her a hug and kiss to peace her out.
Yes.
I didn't think it was that bad, man. And unless Beyonce has a problem with it,
Thank you.
or her husband has a problem with it, I don't think anybody should be speaking for Beyonce.
Yes.
You know, I think that's, that's this person's opinion. We don't like it.
It's not just her. The whole the Beehive went crazy. I mean,
Well, the Beehive, man, really, really sensitive, man. Any perceived threat, they go off, man.
Well, what
They're
do you
really
think-
sensitive bunch. That
women,
Beehive.
but women have been kissed, hugged, brought in, treated like a daughter when you don't know me like that. What do you? I mean, I can understand why women are tired of it, and it feels like these women are using Beyonce as a case that she may not even want to take up. Like the Joe Biden thing, women are complaining for touches, but they're literally saying, "Well, he didn't cross the line that much." But I think what they're trying to say is they're done with the hug and kiss thing.
Okay.
They're done with the baby and all that. They would just treat me like a man because you would never kiss a man.
I'll say this though, no, wouldn't. But I know like friends who are girls or old acquaintances. When I greet them, I haven't seen them for a while. They're coming up to me to hug.
Yeah.
They're hugging me. My mom hugs me. My father doesn't.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Hugging is a woman thing.
Right. And so
Dudes get the dap hug.
yeah, get the handshake
Dap,
pull.
bring in,
Yeah.
half hug.
Yeah. And so it's like, man, yeah, most people I hug, it's not like, because I'm not a hugger. So people who are, I'm the huggy.
Yes.
I'm the person who's getting hugged.
Yes.
Now, like, oh, okay, we're hugging. Okay,
Yes.
cool. But that's not my initial.
And that's not that's not something I expect a man to do. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, I don't recognize, I've never seen a man, a gay man maybe, but a heterosexual man, let me say it like that. That's not something I expect a heterosexual man to do, say, come on in, I'm a hugger.
Well, I think my son's at my son's school, the guys are huggers, but it's more like a Hollywood environment. You know, just or like a West Coast thing, or like I don't know what to call them, like these
I see
millennial
comedians at the Comedy Store doing full hugs.
Yeah, or somebody you haven't seen in a while. If I haven't seen my buddy in a couple of years, hey man, come here, man.
Yeah.
You know, let me remember I was Martin Lawrence's thing. Come here, man, give us a hug. You know what I'm saying? Like the man hug and stuff like that. Having said that, most people I hug are women, and they are leading the hug. They're initiating the hug.
Yes.
And so if you're saying we don't like that, it's like, dude.
Do we all not like it? Or is it just you? And are we going to pass this law? Because the thing I'm having a problem with is stop being mad for Beyonce.
Right.
Beyonce is a strong black woman. Let her be mad and then jump. You guys are her fans. Jump with her. But stop trying to speak for her. Because that's a big problem right now is women speaking for women that don't necessarily want to be spoken for. And when we come back, we're going to talk about Monica and Shannon Brown's divorce. And this one bothers me, man. And I think one of the reasons why is because of the old shame of women speaking for women. We'll talk about it in a second.
Okay.
Yo, Kamal.
What's up?
I finally finished my album, dog.
The one you did in 2013?
Yeah, man. I know, man. A long time ago, man. But I said, you know what? I'm going to finish this album. This thing is coming out. Eventually. You know, you got to finish. You can't give up.
I can dig it. And eventually it's finally here.
Eventually it's finally arrived, man. And I was listening to it, man. This thing is funny, dude.
Okay, it's not dated. No jokes about chingy or nothing like that.
There is some dated jokes in there. Like there's a reference to, it was before Michael Sam came out. Because it was like a reference to gay athletes that came out. And I was like, wow, that's dated.
Okay.
But the juxt of it is everything's good.
Bruce Jenner still.
Yeah,
Caitlyn.
He's Bruce in the album.
He's Bruce.
I don't talk about him,
but he was Bruce.
Yeah, I used to have a Bruce Jenner joke. He was Bruce in this when I recorded this. But no, it's ready, man. It's out. Okay. It's funny, man. Check it out and get it on iTunes right now. It's called "Be a Man at All Times." Monica and Shannon Brown are breaking up. Kamal Abdul-Jabbar. Monica filed for divorce. She showed a pic of her bare left hand, and she gave the caption, "When you stand for something, you don't mind sitting alone." As soon as she said stand for something, I knew what it was. I had never known that Shannon Brown had allegations of cheating.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, I didn't know.
I didn't know either.
I started digging, and I'm like, he has tons of them.
He's got a history?
He got a history of hollering at Instagram chicks, going to the DM, and then, they put him on blast. And yeah, man. Oh, yeah, dog. He is definitely a victim of being put on blast from the Instagram chick. It's horrible, man. I mean, and several of them, too.
Damn.
And they got married in 2010. The first one came out in 2011 and then 2013. So you got to understand, she's been very embarrassed from this.
Yeah.
And I like Monica, and so I hate to see this happening to her. But the problem I'm having with it, Kamal, is I think the thing I'm so tired of is these celebrity couples breaking up over cheating. Like, I wish in a perfect world these guys would stop signing the deal. Now, I get it. You got to sign the deal because she's going to push you. She's going to keep pushing. If you care about her, she's going to keep pushing. And I think our dear Irby addresses that as well. They're going to keep pushing because they got to be married. Somehow, I'm hoping we can come to a real compromise where either the guy, I don't see the guy really changing. And I really don't understand how we're going to get through this because it keeps happening because guys keep signing up for something they know good and well they can't do.
I think at the time they probably have the best intentions. It's just some of these guys, man, are celebrities. I knew women when Shannon Brown played for the Lakers. Those Facebook posts were just all about Shannon Brown and how they were in love with him and stuff like that.
That's how Monica fell in love with him.
Right.
Dude.
And so Shannon Brown is supposed to just all of a sudden ignore all of it. Forsake all of it. And that's the thing that a lot of women don't understand. Now, I get it. If my wife was upset that I was cheating, she would have a legitimate beef because I would probably be going out seeking it.
Yeah.
Hollering at chicks and stuff like that. Because ain't nobody, I ain't getting no Facebook posts about me. Ain't nobody sliding into my DM. So I would have to go out and like actively try to find something. Mm-hmm. But people like Shannon Brown and all these other celebrities and athletes and stuff like that, man, they don't even have to walk out their house.
No.
You know what I'm saying? All they go is turn on their phone and bloop, 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 bloop.
Shannon Brown I was watching a bunch of McDonald's high school All-Americans. I don't know why. One day I just was binging, right? Mm-hmm. This was back in 2010. I still remember it though. Because I remember seeing Corey Benjamin. I think he beat Kobe in the slam dunk. And I remember like, oh man, he representing. Mm-hmm. Then I saw Shannon Brown. He might have went against LeBron, but he went against somebody. And Shannon Brown's hops were amazing in high school, which is why I'm bringing this up. Shannon Brown was a McDonald's All-American in high school, which means the best of the best of the best of the best basketball players in high school. And he could jump through the gym roof. He's been getting tail for a long time. I don't know if Shannon Brown has the wherewithal to negotiate that in. Hopefully he does on the next contract because he's not changed. I'm just tired of he'll change for me. He gets into it and he's like, he probably thought he could. Mm-hmm. Never really tried that diet before, which is why we were talking about that with that high school freshman. I mean, that college freshman was like, hey, if you think you want to get married at any time, you might want to practice.
Yeah. Well, I think he loves or loved Monica.
Still does.
Right. Uh-huh. And so it's like, man, I want to give you what you want. Mm-hmm. I want to be everything, you want out of a mate. I want to be that guy.
Yes.
And he probably tried.
Yeah.
Did his damnedest, but again, man, it's difficult for a person like that to just cut it off.
Yeah.
Just turn the faucet off.
What's the solution, Kamal? To me, what's the solution in your opinion?
I would say if you're going to go that route, two things.
What route?
Okay. Well, if you're going to get married, I would say don't get married.
Yeah.
I would say don't get married. Don't even put yourself in that situation until you're ready, till you're through.
Yeah.
Not because you're in love with somebody, till you're done with
So that means when she gives the ultimatum, he's got to let her go.
Yeah, I don't think he ever should even hooked up with Monica. I mean, like, you know what I'm saying, like gotten serious.
Yeah.
He shouldn't get serious with anybody. He should be, playboy bachelor and stuff like that. Do what you're going to do until you're tired of it. Somebody will still be, you'll find the right person.
Absolutely.
Right?
Yeah.
That's A.
Yeah.
B, if you are going to get married and go that route and you have to be you, man, I would say I've always said this. You got to keep your game tight. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? The thing about people like Shannon Brown is if he's sliding in people's DMs, that means he's trying as well.
Yeah.
It's not just
he's looking at these women.
Right.
He's like, oof, what's going on? They talking, they flirting. Yeah.
Yeah, and this is a terrible climate to be doing that stuff because this is the climate where women are trying to get famous from being like the side piece.
They are. They just want fame by any
Yeah, so this is a terrible climate for you to be out there just like randomly like cheating and stuff like that. Yeah. This stuff is getting out now.
A lot of the comments, I read the comments. I like to read the comments sometimes, especially if it's not about me because I ain't got to worry about the hate and the vitriol. Hater! The comments, a lot of it was mostly, she's a good woman. What are you doing, Shannon Brown? She's a good woman. And my question is, what constitutes a good woman? And when we come back, we're going to talk about that because Charlize Theron says she wants somebody to step up and date her. It's the MRA Podcast. Hey, what's up, man? I just had to take a time away from the podcast to let you know. If you want an MRA hat, you can get you one. You know why? We got them for sale. 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 You can get you one in red, blue, black, whatever you want. Just go to the website, themrapodcast.com. That is themrapodcast.com and get you one. Charlize Theron says she wants somebody to step up and date her. She said, quote, "I've been single for 10 years. It's not a long shot. Somebody just needs to grow a pair and step up." She said, "I'm shockingly available." Why do we both break into laughter? That is hilarious. Wow. Wasn't rehearsed.
Right.
Charlize Theron has a new movie where basically I think she's running for president.
Yeah, something like that.
Seth Rogen looks like a good movie, man.
Yeah.
Seth Rogen shoots a shot.
Well, basically, turns out in the movie, she used to be his babysitter when he was younger. So he always had that crush, and then he gets a chance to work with her, and he's like, I guess he shoots a shot.
Yeah.
And so
it's a romantic comedy.
Right.
But I like it because it has a female lead, which means it has the guy is trying to get her. Mm-hmm. And so normally the guy's the star, and this lonely girl is hoping to somehow get with the star.
Yeah.
But now we're Seth Rogen.
Yeah.
We get to try to shoot our shot with
this powerful person, rich and powerful person. Usually it's the reverse.
It's the reverse, but it's 2019, and now the women pretty much have to be the lead.
Yeah, I like the premise of this movie.
I liked it too. I like this is going to be good. This looks real good. I don't know if Seth wrote it, but he writes his stuff.
Yeah.
So, but anyway, back to this. So, Charlize said, "Grow a pair. I'm shockingly available." What made you laugh, Kamal? I'm going to tell you what made me laugh about it.
She's shockingly available to a select few. To a select few. She's talking to the 95% of the 1%. You know what I'm saying? She's talking to the upper echelon of available bachelors.
I don't agree.
Oh yeah, she's not talking to like the guy at the bar. She's not talking to the guy at the what's that?
That's what makes guys not try.
What's that shit on Sunset? That rodeo place.
Oh, he's not talking about the guy at the place where the girls the girls ride that cow.
Yeah, what the hell is that place, man? I used to like that place.
I keep wanting to call it Spearmint Rhino. It's not. I walk by it all the time at the Comedy Store.
Yeah, but whatever, that place. She's not talking about just anybody. So if she walks into an establishment or a restaurant, like the waiter, she's not giving an invitation to the waiter.
No.
You know what I'm saying? She's not giving an invitation to, I don't even think she's giving to like the young, the bro who's like working at some, some junior analyst. No.
Saddle Ranch.
Saddle Ranch.
I think she is talking to everybody. I think she's saying that guys are too scared, and I've heard this so many times. Mm-hmm. When a woman is beautiful and successful as her, that guys are scared to try.
Right.
And right now, she's been available for 10 years. Nobody wants to shoot their shot.
Right.
Shoot the shot. Remember the girl, the woman from Nina or somebody, one of the women, she was like, "Should I walk up to this guy? I don't want to look thirsty." It was a Dear Irby letter we had. Mm-hmm. And you remember you kind of had a crush on her.
Yeah. I say, go ahead.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Walk up to the guy.
Walk up to the guy because guys are afraid.
Right. And my thing, so to your point.
Yes.
Charlize is still, I guess, with that old school mentality.
Yeah.
Come holler at me.
Well, let me tell you why I laughed when she said, I laughed because she said, "I'm shockingly available." What? And it's the same thing with Monica, because with Monica, with the comic section, everybody's like, "Man, she's such a good girl. She's pretty. She got a job. She got a body." And I'm thinking, none of that sounds like something I'd want as a man. As a man, I'm looking for, I'm out here trying to get it. I'm looking for a helpmeet to help me get it. I'm looking for somebody in the corner.
Yours is more personality based.
Mine is more job based. Not just like, what is your career? Like, what are you doing in the team?
Yeah.
To me, my definition, I want you to think of your definition of a good woman while I'm talking about mine.
Okay.
My definition of a good woman is a woman that puts me first and sees me as the provider, the boss in the home. She is there to help me. She's a helpmeet. So she is my corner. So she's like, when I get back to the corner, when I get back after my round of life, she's massaging, squirting the water. Here's your food. How you doing? You could do it. Now get back out there. Mm-hmm. I don't need her to have a doctorate degree from Yale. Okay. That doesn't help me while you're in my corner. I need you to help me go get this for us. Mm-hmm. And I need you, and I also need you to understand, if you see me stepping in some bitch's DM like Shannon Brown, that ain't got nothing to do with you. That ain't got. To me, that's the definition of a good woman, which is why I celebrate the Camille Cosbys and the Wendy Williams that can say, yeah, that's what he's doing, but I'm here. That is my dude. So my definition of a good woman is she's there. She's taking care of the home. She's making sure that everything at the home is tight while I'm out there getting that money.
I got you.
And if somehow, word comes out that I smashed one or two while I was out there getting that money, she's like, yeah, I'm not about to let that ruin my family, because I know this nigga. I know him. Matter of fact, he showed me some pictures of this bitch. To me, since this is all hypothetical,
right?
But when I'm
a hypothetical good woman.
Because I know it's. But women do the same thing when they say, well, I want a man to make this much money and I want him to have this body and I want to have this personality. Yeah, you're describing a select few.
Yeah.
So I know I'm describing a select few, and I'm not saying this is the only woman I will be with, but while I'm doing this is my version of a so-called good woman.
I got you.
And so it doesn't mean superstar, movie star is not on that list. Your Instagram being fine is not on my list. None of that. Like Monica, she can sing. I don't give a fuck. I don't need you singing to me. Matter of fact, I never this girl with a Southern. She sang all the time, who drove me crazy.
Right.
Beautiful sisters. Always was singing. I was like, if she sings one more word,
that's hilarious.
I'm going to throw this pen in her larynx, because I could not take not one more. I was like, stop.
Yeah.
Stop entertaining. What is your good woman?
I guess in addition to your corner man or corner woman, I will want somebody who just, not to sound corny, but like to complete me.
Aw, so cute.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, that was definitely corner. I almost spit my water out.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like, I'm about 65, 75% done, and somebody who understands, my strengths, my weaknesses, and is able to make me whole.
So what could they do? How could she come in handy for you?
Well, like basically making up for some of my deficiencies.
Okay.
If I struggle in a certain area.
Yeah, just make one up or give me a real one.
I'm going to make one up because, I got a listener.
Yeah, we're not worried about her. Let's make one up.
Let me think.
Well, let me jump in there.
Okay.
Right? You're a great writer.
Okay.
Horrible marketer.
Right.
You suck at marketing.
Yeah.
So do I.
Okay.
That's why I'm saying it. You need somebody that can help you market. You write it, they sell it.
Right.
And so that would complete you.
Right.
You know what I mean? That's one of my issues. Like, I'm a great artist, horrible businessman. Mm-hmm. I hate saying that out loud, but I am. My business game is whack. So I would need somebody who would, if I was into that. I'm not necessarily into that because I don't want to be stuck with her. Mm-hmm. So that's my fear.
That's hilarious.
I don't want to be stuck with a woman, man, because when they know they got you, that's when they start acting funny, in my opinion.
Okay.
So I like to keep everything voluntary. Everything voluntary.
Yeah.
Once I need you.
Well, exactly. I would never ask.
Yeah.
I would never require that. It's just saying, like you said, my the perfect woman.
Yeah.
If wherever I'm deficient as a parent, that's when boom, she comes in.
So let's say you can't read, right?
Yeah.
You're real good at playing with the blocks.
Yeah.
But you're illiterate.
She's
a great reader.
Yeah. Instead of saying you need to learn how to read.
Yeah. Oh,
you need to learn how to read so you can reach the kid.
That's what they do.
Right.
And then they go nag you about learning how to read.
Right.
It's just, you just read
changing.
Why don't you just read it?
Yeah. Basically changing me. It's like taking me off my trajectory. Trying to turn me to go in this direction.
That's what they do, dog.
Instead of saying, okay, you're going in this direction, but you might need a little help to get there.
Yes.
Or you need this. And so that would be my perfect, that would be the perfect woman.
But you notice, ladies, I'm going to say this again because I know you're listening. What I'm trying to say about Charlize and Monica is it's not, people, man, these women are amazing. Yeah, okay, you look great. Mm-hmm. You're a great actress. That don't necessarily mean you're a great wife or a great girlfriend or a great partner.
Just being
fine,
good at your job doesn't make you a great mate.
I mean, yeah, exactly. Just like a businessman. He's great at his job at business.
Yeah.
That don't mean he's, a good father.
Good husband.
Good husband.
Yeah.
Don't mean, just because he got a lot of money don't mean he's a good provider. He might be a miser. He may not, you don't know.
Magic Johnson's a great basketball player. Terrible coach.
Yeah. Yeah,
You know,
yeah,
Michael
yeah.
Jordan, greatest player ever, terrible GM.
Yeah, they tend to be because they have too much talent.
Right.
So yeah, I think that's what we're saying, man. Is and I want to make sure it doesn't come off like I'm shitting on, so I don't get Jill upset. But you know, Jill, you sound like you might.
I mean, like Jill's been like a part of my answers, like making sure I don't
Jill ain't
piss
get
off
mad.
Jill. Yeah.
Angry ass. Are you yelling at your radio right now? You know, what the hell you saying? You wrong, Kyle.
You wrong, Kamal.
Yeah. Or right. That's what I'm talking about.
Word.
Yeah. Hey, then tweet us. Stop what you're doing unless you're driving. Stop what you're doing. Hit us right now. Respond to us. You know, just talk to us right now.
Let us know how you feel.
I'm at Kyle Irby.
I'm at Angry Kamal.
Or you can hit us both at The MRA Podcast and let your voice be heard.
Yeah, man.
So we'll read it.
We might even respond.
And you just might hear it on the show.
Yeah, man. Be a celebrity for a day.
Yeah, so man, just stop what you're doing. Hit us up, man. You'll get a response.
Yes, sir.
Deion Sanders used to be my favorite athlete, Kamal.
Yeah.
He was my dude, man.
I like Deion.
Prime time.
Yeah, he's funny to me.
He was. What do you mean? What made him funny?
Just the arrogance, just how great he was, like the commercials, like the high stepping when he would get intercept the ball and stuff. I mean, it was just hilarious, like how he's just clowning everybody.
Yeah, man. I can't imagine being as talented as Deion Sanders.
No, yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I would probably be more arrogant than he was.
Yeah, exactly. Because he said he was fast as he needed to be. That's how fast he was.
Yeah.
However fast I need to be, that's how fast I am. Primetime was on the Paula Ferris's Journey of Faith podcast. Now, that makes a difference. And what we're talking about, he says he regrets some of his lifestyle, including threesome. I'm going to start with the fact that, I know I haven't told y'all exactly what he said, but I'm going to start with the fact that he was on this faith podcast.
Okay.
Because sometimes you talk to your audience. It's like we've been kind of tempering our view because of Jill.
Yeah.
When you're on a faith-based show, sometimes you know that what they want to hear, you might put a little extras on it.
Yeah, you don't piss off the listeners or the audience.
But I do agree with somebody said, and here's what he said. Basically, he talked about when he was living it up, he was banging chicks, he was rich, and nothing was fulfilling his hole, right? Rock bottom for me was just being this is a quote from Deion. Rock bottom for me was just being in the midst of a game when everybody's screaming my name, but they don't know your middle name. Rock bottom for me was having hundreds of suits and not covering the pain. That's where it's like, okay, you sound like you're talking to your church crowd. I get you though. And he's probably right, but he seems like he might be putting extras on it. Rock bottom for me was having hundreds of pairs of shoes, but couldn't take a step in the right direction. That's what I mean. Like, oh, I got you. You're doing a sermon. Rock bottom for me was having 10 cars and wasn't going nowhere. Rock bottom for me was having 14,000 square foot house, but never feeling at home. This stuff is touching me, dog, because as a man, I want to be successful. I want to have the things. You know, I just want to be successful, like Drake said. And you would think that having 10 cars will make you feel good, and it doesn't. It really doesn't. And some people say, well, let me find out.
Yeah, I kind of want to find out.
You want to find out yourself? Rock bottom for me was having a 14,000 square foot home, but never feeling home. I know that feeling, man. I remember when my wife and kids dipped out of my apartment. I remember thinking it didn't feel like a home anymore. It was like I got all this time. I always wanted more time for my career, but it didn't feel like a home once they were gone. It was just like this is whack. I got all this space, all this quiet. This sucks. Rock bottom for me was laying between 2 and 3 women at a time, but you get up unsatisfied. I know what he's talking about, man. Especially if you don't have somebody that you really care about. Come out, you don't look like you agree.
I understand what he's saying, but I think he's talking about when he was actually. It's not the stuff. I think it's the time in his life. You know, and I could be wrong, but like having all of this stuff and he's just alone.
Yeah.
You know, having like the big ass house and the cars and all the toys, but doesn't have a family to share it with.
But how could you have a family if you're Shannon Brown and you're a guy that likes to, bang mad chicks? How could you have it both? Do you have to be fake dude to keep a family? Because that's what it feels like to be a man.
Well, right, because I gave the advice to the Shannon Browns: don't get married.
Don't get married.
So if Deion wasn't married, Deion wasn't married, especially in his Atlanta days.
Yeah, he's banging chicks,
and he's got the 14,000 square foot house and never feeling home because he's a pitch man as well. So he's a professional athlete playing 2 sports.
Yes.
So he's rarely at that home.
Yes, but when he gets home, this is why.
Well, it doesn't feel like a home because, again, he's rarely there. So it doesn't feel like a home because in the off season he's playing another sport or he's out doing some things for Nike or whatever else endorsement he's doing, Taco Bell and stuff like that. So I can see how he's never home, and if he doesn't have a family who's living there, growing, having experiences and memories in that house, then it doesn't feel like a home.
This is why men cheat, Kamal.
Why is that?
The reason why men cheat is because you want to have that family. You want your wife, you want your kids. But after a while, you get tired of having sex with your wife, and you get tired of being around your kids, and you just want a little something different. So then you go out there and you smash something else. Neither one of them by themselves is enough. That's why men cheat. If you're just banging chicks one after another, that it ends up spiritually draining you. But also, if you're just with your wife, that ends up driving you crazy too.
So, having it all.
You just want to have it all.
And I'll say this. Women want it all too. They want that perfect man who makes a certain amount, who's always at home and has time for, reading to the kids and going on vacations and all that stuff. Mm-hmm. They want it all as well.
They want it all.
Everybody wants it all.
Yes. But we're more concerned with making sure women have it all than men, because the things that men want, the things men want are seen as lascivious, as sinful, and not good to our current culture. Mm-hmm. It's not the things that guys want. If I'm LeBron James, I want to be with Savannah because she's been there from day one. I want to have my sons there, but when I'm in Paris, I might want to smash something. Right. That's having it all. I got my wife, I got my kids, and I get to smash a little something.
The hell that I was watching years ago, the Howard Stern movie. Mm-hmm. What was it called? Private Parts.
Yeah.
And at the end of the movie, he was like on the plane with some chick or something like that, and she said something to him, and he was like, "The hell his life is." He knows.
Yeah, he can smash.
He can smash. Mm-hmm. But he can't because he's married. That's the hell he lives in.
Yeah.
And so it has to be like the hell for like, LeBron, Jay-Z, Dion and stuff like that. Knowing
that the way they're designed as men, they are designed to want to be fruitful and multiply.
And what I'm saying is they know for a fact.
Yes, they can.
I can't.
Yes, because we're designed like that too, but we can't.
The chicks that y'all trying to smash, slide in DMs, all that stuff.
Yeah.
I actually can.
I actually can smash.
But I can't.
So that's what a lot of women don't understand.
Have to suppress that. It's almost like honestly, man, like a lion at a circus. Like, knowing, dude, I can really kill this lion tamer.
Dude, I was at the zoo last week, and I saw a lion, and next to him, like there was like a little light fence next to him, and it was a giraffe. And I just thought, how rude are they? To have this giraffe in the next exhibit, and the lion can see the giraffe. It's just like, how dare you be that close to me? You know good and goddamn well we was at the crib, I'd be fucking you up right now. Like, how dare you be comfortable next to me? Yeah. You know who I am?
Exactly.
I am the king of the jungle. Are you just standing next to me looking at me?
Like, if it was me and my boys, man.
I would roll you up. Or me and my wives, plural.
My chick.
Because I learned this about the lion. The women actually go get the food.
Yeah.
The lion's job has one job: protect.
Make sure them hyenas don't come around.
Protect.
Yeah.
That has one job. The women, he has multiple women in the pride, and he's banging them all. Yeah. Also, he has when he has sons.
Yeah, somebody got to go.
When that son turned mature at the age of 3, you got to get the fuck out, dog. There's only room for one man in this bitch. Yeah. Hey, come on, we got listeners all over the world now, man.
Yep.
And I was wondering, man, I wonder what the people do while they're listening to our show. I know we got a guy in the Navy who's in Spain. He listens. We got a lady that drives a Lyft. She listens while she's driving her Lyft and has her customers listen too, which is absolutely hilarious. Cat in Brooklyn listens while he delivers some fish. Okay. We want to know from other people, man, how do you listen to our show? What are you doing? Hit us up on the social media. I'm at Kyle Irby.
I am at Angry Kamal.
And let us know what you're doing when you listen to our show. Kamal, what are you doing when you listen to the show?
Man, I'm usually chilling, man. I take the train to get my son from school.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, man. So I get the headphones on and I listen to it front and back. The problem is I'm coming back. Mm-hmm. He wants to talk. I'm trying to listen, so I have to try to act like I'm paying attention to them. I'm really listening to my words of wisdom.
That's good, man.
Yeah.
Pretend like you're listening to your son while you're listening to the podcast. That's one way to do it. I usually listen to while I'm cleaning the house, man. I picked. Well, go ahead.
Domestic work?
Yeah, man. Oh, come on, dude. I wish I didn't have domestic work, but yeah, man. I usually listen to if I'm washing the dishes or folding laundry. I listen to any kind of thing that I don't have to think.
Yeah.
And I just get to listen. But I want to know what are the people listening? What are y'all doing? Let us know. Let's get in this Dear Irby letter.
Let us.
Dear Irby, my girlfriend and I have not been getting along lately, and I was wondering if you two can help. My girlfriend is mad because we are not married. Here we go. Shannon Brown. She says I am making a fool out of her. We have a preschool-age daughter, and sometimes we take walks. Every time we pass the store with the wedding dress, my girl and my daughter light up. My daughter asked her mom when she was getting married, and her mom told her, I don't know, maybe somebody will marry me. Ouch. A couple weeks later, she told me her brother's having another baby. I have learned from the past not to comment. I asked how she felt. Then she told me her cousin is pregnant too. I said, you did not say how you felt. She said, you already know how I feel. I hate this, guys. What should I do? It feels like when she gets upset, I either have to ignore it, just take it, or prepare for a tense home. Is there anything I can do, Ken in Kentucky? Yeah, there's something you can do. Walk down that aisle, man, like a real man.
Do the right thing, Ken. Do the right thing, man. You get married.
Be a real man.
Be a real man. Step up,
That's
Ken.
what you should do, kid.
Ken, let me tell you something, man.
Nigga, you fucked. That's what's up.
Yeah.
You're fucked. All right, guys. Now it's time for the lesson of the day.
That anger that she has, it's never going away. She can suppress it. She can keep it down every time and again. But things like family members having babies, baby showers, weddings, and stuff like that.
The worst.
The more people start getting married.
Yep.
'Cause I know for me, it was like, dude, they met after us and they're already getting married.
Yep.
That's not going away. And so you just have to determine how long can you take it if you want to still be with her. You guys have a preschool age daughter. I know for my wife, she was embarrassed about like the different last names. She had a different last name than her son, which is a legitimate, that's a legitimate beef. And I really had no good answer for that one, And so it just depends. How long do you want to take it? Or what's your reason for not getting married? Me, I didn't think it was necessary. And I just honestly wasn't, like Kyle said, what man should do to listen. I really wasn't listening. I was listening, but I wasn't hearing her. I didn't really hear. I thought it was like, I just, because of society, you just want to do what everybody else is doing. But no, it was genuinely affecting her.
Yeah.
And so what I would say, Ken, is how long do you think you can take this? Is this the person that you see yourself with the rest of your life? Are you done playing the field? Are you holding out for something better? Because if not, if this is your family, then yeah, you probably should go ahead and walk that aisle, propose to her. Now, if she's an angry person, that's not going to stop her from being angry. Yeah. It's just this... this issue will be put to rest.
When we get back, I'm going to tell you how I feel.
Okay.
Hey, if you're enjoying the podcast, do us a favor. Tell a friend. That's it. Costs you nothing, helps us out, and gives your friends some entertainment to make that commute a little easier, or gives them some company on a workout, or while they're cleaning the house, so it helps them out, helps everyone out. All right, so please subscribe, leave a positive comment, and share. Come out, this bothers me.
Yeah.
This bothers me because I've been where this guy is.
I've been there.
Yeah. And this is how I got married the first time. And if I ever go out like this again, it'll be how I got again. The pressure of pleasing the woman. You don't want to do the shit. Here's what's crazy. You don't want to do the shit. You know you don't want to do a shit. They can tell you don't want to do a shit. They pressure you. Then when you fuck up like Shannon Brown, they all say, why did you get married? Really? why did he get married?
Right.
Because he loves Monica, and this show has a theme. Shannon Brown probably didn't want to lock down, but he found one that he really was feeling. He probably emailed some podcast and these niggas told him to get married, and that's why he got married in the first place. Mm-hmm. So thanks a lot. I'm going to take a different angle. Your relationship is done. Your relationship is done. You have enjoyed it. It was great while it lasted. It is over. It's over. The fun times is over. It's just they run their course and your shit is done. Your woman's jealousy is her problem, not yours. If you start trying to fix her insufficiencies in the brain by reacting and trying to fix it, you're going to be doing that forever. And you're probably going to be doing that forever. If she's jealous of something, she needs to understand. You're saying this is not about what everybody else is doing come out. It is exactly what about everybody else is doing.
Well, I was asking the question, Is it that?
It is. Mm-hmm. Why else does she want to get married? Being married is a thing that, ironically, who filed for divorce? Monica did. It's a thing that they want, and the thing that they usually say they don't want to do no more. The society pressure. Every time you see a celebrity couple, I saw this picture of Kobe and his wife, and Shannon Brown and his wife. Kobe's wife was showing her ring in a way that it was like, you're trying to show your ring. You're not, the way your hand is held, you're showing your ring. And guys do the same thing when we have a championship ring on or whatever. We'll floss it. You're showing that ring to somebody. Who is it? These bitches out there. You want to be married so you can silence these bitches. Women can't stand other women.
Oh man, who we talked about? Not on the show, but years ago. I don't know who it was, man. I don't know. It was somebody was talking about an old rival from high school or something like that. And they recently saw her on Facebook, and they were like, "But you know what I'm saying? She wasn't married or nothing like that."
Yeah. It was like, yeah, I remember that.
That was like,
the thing,
you're not married.
First of all, you ain't married.
Yeah.
You ain't. It was just like, what? That's the accomplishment.
Yeah, like basically that's how you deem her life.
Yeah,
a failure.
Yeah, because she ain't found nobody to marry her. So you're in trouble, Ken, because it doesn't get any better. I remember going to weddings becomes a nightmare because, like I said, come out, you hit it right on the nose. These people have been together less time than us. They're already married. It's a lot of pressure, man. It's not going to get any better. And I'm going to be honest with you, man. If I was you, I probably would just do it. But I hate that I would just do it. It's like, when are we going to stand up as men and start saying, you know what, this is a bad deal for me? It doesn't make sense.
Well, it depends on what his reasoning for not being married.
What if he just don't want to do it?
Well,
the silence.
Yeah, if he that's
what I'm saying. Like they don't care that you don't want to do it. They need it because they need that validation.
It validates them.
It's for it's other people. They're more concerned with how other people see them. I'm embarrassed because I don't have the same last name as my kid. Yeah, I understand that, but that's something you're dealing with. That's something that
right.
I know.
I'll say
you had
this.
a kid before you were married. I didn't. You know what I mean? That's something you did.
Right.
You're embarrassed because of something you did. That's your truth. Yes, you have a kid and you weren't married. That's the truth.
Yeah.
Own it.
Yeah, I guess.
Fix it. You need to fix this for me. And you're always going to have to keep fixing shit for her. And you'll never be able to. It'll always be a new thing that you have to fix because we don't want to stand up and just be like, I'm not doing it. Go find the next dude. And you will, and she will. It happens all the time.
Yeah, that's the thing that I didn't like about this, that little slick comment. And this is where, Ken, you feel more pressure because it's like somebody will marry me.
You know, she's right.
If it's not daddy,
somebody in your
because I just want to be married.
Yeah.
More than I love daddy.
Because daddy doesn't love me, because if he really loved me, he would marry me.
He would do something that he doesn't want to do.
Boom. Hey, what's up, y'all? If you like this show, you want to help us offset some of these costs, man, you feeling the need to donate, then do just that. Go to www.patreon.com and make a donation to the MRA Podcast. That is the MRA Podcast with Kyle and Kamal, and you can find us at Patreon. Or you can catch us in the street and just be like, hey, man, I love y'all. I want to bless you with some cash and put some dollars in our pocket. You can do that. Or you can hit us on Venmo. Find our names and just, bless us with dough on Venmo. Or you could pray for us. Do that too. But we prefer cash. If you guys have a Dear Irby letter, send us an email at dearirby@themrapodcast.com. That is dearirby@themrapodcast.com. Where can we find you?
I'm at Twitter, man, at Angry Kamal.
I am at Kyle Irby, KYLEERBY. We are both at the MRA Podcast. Go visit my website, kyleirby.com. You'll see some videos I've done, stand-up clips, commercials, TV, all that stuff. And please join us. Go to themrapodcast.com. Look around our store. Check us out. Look at old episodes. Hey, man, thank y'all for listening. We appreciate our new listeners. Ladies, we love you. Fellas, be a man at all times.
Deuces.
MRA.